everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing your future predictions. We're going to be having a look at your present and your future. We're going to see what's going to be going on for you and what you can look forward to and anything you need assistance with. We're going to ask the spirit guides to come in and to help you on your journey. So let's get started with today's video. So we have group number 1, group number 2 and group number 3. Please choose your group. All the timestamps will be down below in the description box and in the comment section. So let's get started with your reading, starting off with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So let's see what's going on for you right now. Let's see what's going on in the present moment, and then we're going to have a look at your future. So let's see, which one's the present? This one. Okay, so we have trust. This is such a pretty card. Hopefully you can see it. It has a beautiful moss on it. I love this card. It's so pretty. So this is all about you finding your way through the darkness and finding yourself. So it's funny how the moths are like, there's two of them and they're reflecting each other. But you have like the lower moth and then you have the higher moth. So you can see how they're both like reaching for each other, but there's a crystal kind of in the way. But the crystal's kind of like the thing that's crossing the threshold. So I feel like for you guys, you are definitely crossing a new pathway into your life. You've gone through a hell of a lot. And it feels like with the moth, I always get a very kind of dark but lovely energy from moths. When I say dark, I don't mean in a bad way. Moths, because they represent the dark, you know, they represent nighttime. They are an animal that love to kind of find the light. They love to find like the positive energy. They like to kind of, and once they find the light, they go straight towards it. So that's what I feel like you're doing, is you're trying to find your light. You're trying to find the place where you feel safe. And I do feel like you're struggling to trust the universe right now. I mean, preach girl. I mean, I think we all are at the moment with everything that's going on. But you are not alone, and remember to trust the universe and try to trust yourself as much as possible, because this is it's gonna show you how to really communicate to your guides and how to really pull through. And I do feel like everything you're going through, it's not a waste. You're not going to be kind of let down at the end of it. Everything you're going through, you're meant to be going through. You're meant to be going through it. You're meant to find your light. You're meant to find your way. So it does feel as if it is definitely a struggle. It feels like it's something that's quite uncomfortable for you. And it does feel like this is something that you've had to push down and push away and not to recognise it. So that's why it's coming out as the moth, because moths are only a nighttime animal. You don't ever see them in the daytime. And you have the butterfly as the daytime kind of transformational energy. So I do feel like right now you are feeling like you have to be kind of hidden and introverted, which is really, really actually a very good thing, because it means that you are incubating, you are in a transition period, and you're in a period of finding who you are and finding yourself, which is really lovely. So I love the fact that we have, as I say, the two moths like kind of crossing each other. It just kind of shows me that you are like going on the right path. You're not like, if I'm hearing like ditching yourself, you're not like stopping yourself from finding your light. You'll just keep going. And also remember that with the moth is sometimes they get kind of stuck on windows and stuff. If they see a light like the other side of a window, they can't really figure out like why they can't get to it, because obviously there's a pane of glass in the way. So what this is showing me is that you need to take your time and recognize that these blockages in your way are there for you to kind of adjust your path. And it's not to say that, you know, you might go like downhill a little bit, then come up, and then go down, and then come back up. But it's because you're trying to find your way, and it's kind of like the hero's journey in a way, where you have to go through these different stages. But once you do, you're going to manifest that gorgeous thing at the end, which is going to be you trusting yourself. And I think just trusting yourself is really super important, because if you don't trust yourself, it's going to be harder for you to manifest this new thing that you want. So it could be like you want to be an actress, you want to be a singer. I'm getting like a lot around the stage. So it doesn't even have to be that you're like an actress or an actor. It could be that you want to be seen more, you want to be recognised more, you want to show up for who you are, and you want people to look at you and recognise you and to kind of notice you, because everyone needs to be noticed, you know. So I feel like this is about you stepping up to it, but also rehearsing, doing like the rehearsal before the actual real kind of play or like scene sort of thing. That's kind of what you're doing. You're going through this trusting process, and when you go on stage, you know, you have to have a certain level of confidence. So that stage is like kind of an analogy for your life. It's kind of like the next stage that you want. It's kind of like, say, if you want to manifest a new job, manifest a car, it might be that you need to have the confidence to go to a job that you really enjoy to earn the money for the car. So it's kind of like everything is meant to happen for you. So that's what you're going through in the present moment. In the future, we have the Sovereign, which is this card here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It has like a crown, like a crystal crown. It's really pretty, and it has like seashells on it. So you may be really connected to the sea. This future energy is you putting your crown on and standing in your power and stepping up, and also combining all of your elements that you love into something that you love. So like bringing all the elements together and like making this future about what you want it to be. So kind of not ignoring the niggle that you're feeling, not ignoring anything that is kind of, you feel like is stopping you. And I feel like there's definitely an energy of like putting all your eggs in one basket, which I know some people say that's like a bad quote, but they're showing me it's like you're using all of your elements, all of your confidence, all of the things you've learned through this journey to get to where you need to go. So it could be that you're quite a sensitive empath and you need to possibly use like quite a lot of holistic things. You may need like therapy, something like that. Just like shove everything at it, especially if you're feeling quite low, because this is basically saying like you have the tools, and recognizing where your limits are. So say if you are kind of spending too much time with friends or not enough time, you're kind of recognizing where the line is, and kind of recognizing, okay, how am I going to preserve my energy? And I do feel like saging yourself is going to be really important, whether it be with crystals, whether it be with sage or incense, like just like cleansing your aura, because you're very sensitive, especially at this time of transformation. I mean, you are literally transforming into a brand new version of yourself. So that's not easy, you know, you've got to like give yourself some credit. So let's have a look at some more oracle cards we have in the future. So we have Zadkiel, security, which is so accurate. I feel like definitely the need for security and trusting is pretty much the same thing. If your root chakra is out of whack, you're going to feel very disheartened, kind of confused, wobbly, and not being able to kind of settle. So that's really super important, and you're coming into security, which is really lovely. Everything you're doing, you're meant to be doing so you can have that security. And sometimes it isn't the most comfortable, but it doesn't mean it's a waste. So I'm also really connected to the number 7. I was connected to that when we went past 7 minutes on my camera, but we also had number 7 here as well. So number 7 I always resonate with as the kind of spiritual number. It's all about spirituality and you connected to the divine. I always see it as the crown chakra as well. I mean, it is the 7th chakra, so that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know if you're going from like the base or the crown, but I always go from the bottom up. So fairy wishing well, manifestations, expectations and offerings, which is exactly what I feel like you're getting. I feel like in the next 3 months these are going to start to manifest for you. This time is very uncomfortable from when I'm filming this. This is a general reading. This is a timeless reading. So I am filming this around mid-February, and this time is very, very potent and the energy is so confusing. So this is a confusing time for you. So if you're watching this like a year from now, it still will hopefully be accurate for you, but this is a very potent time that I'm actually filming this. So I do feel you are definitely crossing the boundaries. And I love how we have a lot of water and a lot of green. So I feel like you're going to be connecting to that, and you're really going to be connecting to that colour. So we also have the littlest fairy, appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. I feel like you need to give yourself more credit, and you need to appreciate that even the smaller things are the most important. So I kind of feel like if you are an empath, you're someone that's very highly sensitive, however you kind of, you label yourself as, even if it's not a label, maybe it's just how you feel. It could even be like a starseed. I mean, if you're drawn to my channel, most likely you're an empath or a starseed. I mean, that's pretty much a given. Sensitive gals here and guys. But the littlest fairy is basically saying like you may have made yourself very small out of helping others. And now it's time to appreciate that you're now coming out of the darkness, and you're now coming out of a time of hiding yourself, and you're now needing to really allow yourself to be seen. I've got a very itchy ear, sorry guys. Oh, I think that's spirit coming in. You might be like listening to music or be hearing things in your right ear. It felt like quite like irritated, like I needed to really scratch it, which is not really something I do when I'm filming. So that could be a very strong message for you. I've got a very itchy head as well. I think the spirits are like, hi. Normally when they come in, I start to get very itchy. So that's kind of a normal thing. Okay, so we have North Node and Lilith. You are definitely have repressed a lot of your desires. You have repressed a lot of things that you've wanted to do. And even if you haven't, and even if it's like, oh, I really want to do that thing and I've wanted to do it for many, many years, I feel like to get there, you need to learn through your Chiron. So this may be quite a big thing for you to kind of look at. It might be something that will help you. So say if you have Chiron in Libra, you may have trouble with your relationships, or you may have trouble basically asserting yourself in relationships, or it could be in Aries, you might be quite impatient. So Lilith is basically the repressed sexual feminine in all of us. Everyone has it, whether you're a male or a female, however you resonate as a particular person. And basically it's to say to wherever your inner power comes out when you are most vulnerable. So say if you're it's actually, I've noticed it comes out when you're in a group or when you're on camera. So it's basically when you are being like looked at, or when you're the most vulnerable, that's when it starts to come out. So I feel like for you guys, it's also when you kind of have lack of confidence, it kind of comes out as well. It's like the trigger sort of thing. So this is something you're going to learn. It's like I want to say it's not. Did I say Chiron? I meant Lilith. If I say Chiron, I meant Lilith. Maybe Chiron is important as well. Sorry guys, my brain is like, So Lilith and Chiron mean they're very similar energies. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Lilith is the sexual energy that's been repressed. So with this energy, obviously the sexual energy is to do literally with the sexual energy. It's how you assert yourself sexually. It's our creativity as well. So however you are creative, this is the most important thing, especially if you have your Lilith in Leo, because Leos are extremely creative, so they need to have creativity, and they also suppress it because it's the dark side of that zodiac sign. So because you have Lilith and your North Node, this is basically showing you that whatever is kind of in the way right now, whatever is showing up for you is exactly where you're going. It's exactly basically is the helper to get to where you're going. So say if you have, as say like Lilith in Leo or Lilith in Scorpio, you would kind of like look at that and you think, okay, so how can I recognize what is going on in me, what is being triggered in me, what is the insecurities that's coming out in me when I'm with a certain person, or I'm with a group, or when I'm on my own? What is it that's being triggered in me? Is it loneliness? Is it sadness? Is it excitement? Like what is it that makes me feel kind of the most happiest? What makes you feel the most vulnerable? And this is going to help you to move through into this manifestation and expectation. So let's see like specifically what sort of things you could be manifesting. I definitely feel like it's security. That's like the main thing, and that's going to come with everything. As soon as you feel more secure, you're going to start manifesting much more for yourself. Yeah, definitely security. We had the Four of Wands in the reverse. So basically this could be even an engagement or a family. It could be you're manifesting a family life. It could be that you are moving in with family, something like that, but it feels good. So if you're not happy with your family, it won't be that. It could be even that you're wanting to move house, or you're moving out of your childhood home as well. This is all about your childhood energy, so having more fun as well and playing. I feel like you're going to have much more fun. I'm hearing it's time to have much more fun, yeah, because that's where it's gonna start to feel good. So basically, at the moment, you're feeling a little bit uncertain. I'm actually hearing unwell. So if any of you guys are feeling unwell, make sure to really bump up like vitamin C. Echinacea is really good as well. Obviously, I'm not a health practitioner, so take it as it resonates. But these are really good things that help me. I try to avoid kind of like the, additive medicine, what it's called. Basically like normal medicine, I try to avoid it. I try to go more holistic because my body is very sensitive. So that's going to really help you to just adjust into this period. You're also going to be working really hard, I feel, and this is actually a really good thing, not to like working yourself to death, but basically like you're going to have a lot of work coming towards you as well. You're going to have things that you are fully yours. So nothing that somebody else's, it literally feels like yours. So it could be a baby, it could be a job. It feels like security. So whatever is secure for you, it could be even a relationship. I feel like it's more to do with a job or something kind of more external rather than just a person. But if you have kind of done the most work and you feel, and the universe is like, girl, she's ready, then I feel that, because I feel that if this person is your person, it's somebody you're romantically connected with, or a best friend, or somebody you're really closely connected with, it's going to feel that easy that I might not even be able to pick up on them, because they're so well suited for your energy, which is so beautiful. I love that. So this is an energy where it feels extremely suited for you. So that is really good. I feel like lots of happiness coming towards you. The security is definitely a really big thing. So it's definitely around your childhood trauma as well. So you're working with that as well. So I just feel that this feels really, really good. And I love the fact we have North Node, because this is basically where you're going towards. This can be a challenge as well, but when you kind of acknowledge what the challenge is and you work with it instead of working against it, it's going to feel so much easier, and you're going to manifest something really, really lovely and really fun. And I definitely feel like that is something that is coming towards you. I feel like the next 3 to 5 months, it doesn't feel like too far away. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you very much for being here. Namaste. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh, also, if you want to check out my crystal store, all the information's down below. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So let's see what's happening in your present moment and in your future. So we have the play card. That's really, really beautiful. So this is a really nice energy. I feel like this is very much to do with just having more fun, just kind of connecting with your inner child. I feel like with dolphins, they're so lovely. They have such a lovely energy, and they're very, very calm. So I really love this energy of like just taking things as they come, and not to kind of look too much into everything as it kind of comes along, because everything is very stressful at the moment. Everything feels very heavy, and the last thing you want to do is stress yourself out. So I feel like it's really important to do things that you really love, even if it's really hard to in the moment, especially if you guys really love like going out and stuff, which we all do in a way. I mean, we are very explorative creatures, you know, we're not meant to be in one place all the time, otherwise we probably wouldn't have legs. So I feel like for you guys, it's very much about doing things that bring you joy, like bringing more of joy into your life as much as possible. And this can be doing something you really, really love. This can be just meditating. This can be doing some drawing, watching a video that makes you laugh, things like that. And also getting out in nature as much as possible. Even just getting outside. Sometimes we don't even think like how much being indoors can really like restrict us and make us feel very, very constricted. So that's what I feel like is happening for you guys right now. I feel like you're kind of finding the other side of you as well. You're kind of discovering like a new version of yourself. It's very similar to group number 1. They actually had 2 moths and you have 2 dolphins. So yours is very much a lighter energy. I feel like you guys are feeling a little bit uncertain about the future. So what's really good for you is to find security within your playful energy, within your playfulness, okay? So your future energy is the outlaw, which is really funny because I said about like kind of exploring and things. So that's what I feel like you guys need to be doing, or are going to be doing quite soon, is to explore more. And obviously it's quite hard with so many restrictions. Everyone's in a different position depending on where you are in the world. But I do feel like this is about you exploring new territories and not being scared of the future. I feel like sometimes things can feel very spiky, sometimes things can be very uncertain, but I feel like it's trusting your intuition and kind of preparing yourself for the future. So if there's anything that you have wanted to do for such a long time, I do feel like if you can do it, I feel like it's time to start that now. I feel like because we are getting the opportunity to do more things that we want to do in terms of like, obviously like being at home more, especially if some of you guys are possibly earning money from home and you have more time at home. Maybe you could be like spending more time with children or your kids and stuff. So I feel like it's giving us opportunities to think about what we actually really want. And I feel like once the kind of restrictions are like hopefully gone a little bit more, hopefully you'll have much more opportunity to explore, which I do see that happening. And I feel like things have been very rough, like the terrain has been very rough recently. The things that you've gone through felt very uncomfortable, and I feel like you're kind of now discovering what suits you, like what is your path, and kind of adding all the extras to it. So basically it's preparing you for a journey. So it's kind of like you're emotionally preparing yourself for a journey. Instead of packing your bags, you're like helping your emotions kind of come to the surface, which is then going to prepare you for really good things like outwardly or external manifestations, which is really, really good, because then you're going to be accepting of it and you're not going to push it away. Even if you don't mean to push it away, it will kind of come to you naturally. So we have the carry me home, support, time to be carried, allow others to help, number 27. So I really love this card. It's so, so pretty. I love the fact that they're kind of like hugging each other. So I feel like you're going to be very, very supported, and you are already supported. If there isn't a physical person, your guides are always helping you. I know sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's really hard to hear them, especially when we're going through stuff. Like I know, girl, I'm a Scorpio. It's hard being a fixed sign because your brain is like, no. But yeah, I do feel like it's important to allow others to carry things for you. Never let them carry things like, you know, instead of you carrying them, but like sharing the burden, because obviously you don't want to kind of like spurt your energy out at people. You just want to be like your anger. You want to let others help you, but they can't do everything for you. This is just meeting the universe halfway. So I feel like this is showing you're going to be manifesting some really lovely people in your life, or if you already have some lovely supportive people, they're going to help you even more, and you're going to allow yourself to have more of a communicative relationship, whether this be friendship, whether this be romance, whether this be family. You're allowing yourself to talk easier with them. So it could be a partner that you have, the connection becomes stronger, and because you're allowing more communication to come into the relationship becomes stronger and more tight-knit. I also feel like you're going to have much of an easier time. I feel like you're going to feel lighter, which is what I'm really, really seeing. I feel like I'm seeing like a ring on your finger and then you're like pulling it off. I'm not sure if this is like a breakup. This does feel like something you've already gone through, so that isn't like a future prediction. But I feel like it's more to do with like restriction. I don't know why it's this isn't even the engagement hand, like this is my right hand. But it does feel like a ring around your finger and you're pulling it away and it's like no longer restricting you. So it doesn't even, I don't even think the ring is to do with love. It could be if you guys are going for a breakup currently. I don't feel like this is a future thing, but even if you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe I should break up with them, that might be a sign. But I do feel like the kind of breaking away is kind of like old standards that you kind of put yourself on. Old kind of restrictions, like the Capricorn age is very kind of physical, it's very manipulative, very dark. From what I've witnessed, it's very restrictive, it's very disciplined, which is all the bad versions of Capricorn. Obviously the rules and restrictions can be good, but when they're kind of used to control people, they're not good. And that's what I feel like is happening, is you're learning to stop controlling yourself and stop kind of allowing yourself to be controlled and stopping yourself from restricting yourself so much. That is what I feel like is happening. I definitely feel like there's more support is going to come in for you as well. And authentic support, not just support that's just going to be there because it's there, and it doesn't suit you. It's going to be very authentic. It's going to be things that are yours. Okay? So we then have the fourth house of Cancer. This is the home of the bloodline, feelings of safety, comfort, mother figure, tradition and lifestyle. So this is to do with your belonging. This is to do with your home, and your home is your body. You know, we are our body. You know, when we put ourselves in like nature where there's no kind of like almost like civilization, our home is our body. We're living in our body. So it's really important to look after ourselves. And also, this is about your safety and comfort. So I feel like you're going to feel much more comfortable. We're going to feel much more safe. And I really get a lovely energy from Cancerian. It's a very kind of soft, calm energy. So this is very much to do with the dolphins. So if you're not feeling this right now, you're going to be feeling this. And the moon is all about your emotions. So you're going to be able to handle things that maybe you felt like you wouldn't be able to handle previously. And I do feel like you may be moving house. I'm sensing some of you guys are actually packing up and just like literally living in a caravan or a tent or a van or something. We can't really do that here in England because it's so freaking rainy. But maybe if you guys are like America or something like that, it feels as if you guys are kind of packing up and letting yourself like shift out, which is very much to do with the outlaw. Like you're basically just like going to a brand new place, and this also could represent you moving away from your hometown, but it feels like it's meant to, it like really, really suits you. Like it's meant to happen, and it's something that it's just meant to happen. So, and it feels like very normal. It feels like, oh yeah, I've wanted this for such a long time. So we then have love, which is really lovely. I love love. This is great. So this is very much to do with this. So this does feel like a romantic partner coming in. Those of you who aren't single, this could just be that you are connecting with your partner more in a way that you didn't think was you were able to. Essentially, you could have come into the relationship quite young, and now it could be like you're with this person for 10, 30 years, and you're now suddenly realizing how to fully love them in a way, and how they can fully love you in a way as well. Like it's like a beneficial, mutual 50-50 relationship. Whereas maybe before it was kind of a struggle because you're still learning how to kind of love each other. Even if it's been like 10 years, you know, we're always constantly learning about our partners and our friends and how we connect with them and things like that. So I love the fact we have love though. So for some of you guys who are single, you're definitely going to be getting love very soon. And it could come in the form of somebody moving into your town or you moving into theirs. It could be that you even, I'm seeing like Tinder. So if you have kind of been drawn to go on online dating, I see that. If you're not drawn to online dating, don't do it. I always say go with your intuition with online dating. Never do it really out of like ego. Say like if you're feeling kind of lonely, I would try to avoid it as much as possible because you're going to attract that same energy back to you. You want to make sure you're in a very strong position of safety and stability. So we have the Death card in reverse, and this kind of makes me feel like you're just on the verge of going into something new, but you're not there yet. So with the Death card, this is basically an old you coming away. So the old you could also be more serious, and there's nothing wrong with seriousness, but I do feel like you're unable to enjoy life properly when you're too serious. So I think you're learning to release that, and you're learning to embrace the things that you love and actually go towards them instead of self-sabotaging or thinking, no, I'm not good enough for that. And the Ace of Wands is a very powerful energy. It's very sexual. So we also have we have the Five of Swords in the reverse, which is great, releasing conflict. And I love this. This is definitely somebody coming towards you, especially if you're single. Very, very sensual energy. And this is something that has a really strong, like, ball of energy coming in. Like I can see like a ball of fire. And it's like within this person or within this opportunity is like a ball of fire, and it's like coming towards you, and it feels like really powerful. It feels like the core of something. So say if you are manifesting like a job that you really, really want, at the core of this job, it feels authentic. It feels like you can really fully get into it instead of like doing it and then just kind of ignoring it and thinking, oh, you know, I'll do this because it earns me money sort of thing. But it feels really, really good. So I really, really like that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out my crystal store, please do. All the information is down below for private readings. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely day. Namaste, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So let's see what is happening for you guys in your present moment right now, for you guys watching this video, and then we're going to have a look into your future. So with the present moment, we have the universe in reverse. I don't know if you guys can see that, hopefully you can. And then with the future, we have a higher perspective. Beautiful. Kind of think both of these are reversed, actually. Okay, no. I feel like the universe is kind of showing you that your world is kind of turned upside down. I feel like in the present moment, your world feels very much like, obviously this is kind of accurate for the whole entire world right now, control. It feels like there's a lot of control here and mass manipulation, which is pretty much what's going on around the world. I feel like with the universe as well, you're trying to manifest a new universe around you. So this could be manifesting new friendships, new people around you, and even a new family. Maybe you want to have a partner with kids and things like that. I do feel like you're going into a much higher perspective, and you're seeing things from a higher realm. So in your future, I feel like you're going to see things from a much higher perspective, and you're going to look back at it in the next few months. You're going to be like, oh, that's why I went through that. And then when the things start manifesting, it's going to start making more sense to you as to why you kind of went through these things. So the universe in reverse is kind of like you might be lacking trust in the universe as well right now, which is very normal. We're going through a really weird phase. So I feel like for you guys, there's definitely a need to not stress yourself out, not try to control things. Everything is pretty much out of your control apart from how you react. I feel like there's definitely a sense of purpose and a sense of belonging. I think for you guys, it's really important for you to find things that make you feel like you belong. This could be people, this could be a community, this could be your hobbies, things like that. But I definitely feel like there's a higher perspective that's happening for you. I feel like you're seeing things on a much broader scale. And I feel like when in the future, you're going to actually, as I say, realise what's going on and why you went through what you went through. And I feel like this will go upright when your life starts to change in terms of like more external things, I feel. And obviously this is going to start internally. So you're going to start to feel a lot better. You're going to start to feel a lot more clearer, and things are going to start to make much more sense, which is good. That's what we want to hear. Okay, so let's have a look at the rest of your oracle cards. We have Zadkiel, sorry guys, my pronunciation, Zadkiel, Compassion. And we also have Shamael, Beginnings. So this Beginnings card is absolutely perfect. I love this. So having compassion for yourself within this kind of strange time is really, really super important. So I feel like with the compassion and the beginnings, this is really lovely. I feel like you're going to manifest some really lovely people into your life. And I really like the beginnings. I feel like you're going to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. You're walking away from things that aren't good for you, and you're having the confidence to move into something that really suits you and that you feel comfortable in, something that you feel like is yours. It's nobody else's. So the compassion is all about you having your desires and actually working with them. So it could be that your emotional state needs to kind of be worked through first, because maybe you're going through like a really big shedding, and being compassionate for yourself through that shedding time, because you're doing the best that you can, and thank your body for doing all the things that it's doing as well. It's working for you, not against you. Even if you are kind of in a state of like a health problem or anything like that, your body is still working for the best of your abilities, even if it doesn't feel like it. It's always working for the best of you. So kind of, congratulate your body, congratulate yourself on that. And then we have compassion, which I feel like there's a really, like, you're really showing up for yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Like, this man is kind of like, oh my God, wow, look at that big red ball. Look at that big red ball in the sky. He's like, oh, okay. That's kind of like how people are going to start to see you. You're going to be this like really big energy that people are going to start noticing, and maybe you weren't really noticed before. You're going to start to be much more noticed. And I feel like you're actually fully showing up for yourself. Like, you're fully doing things that you love. And even if it's not like a career or anything like that, I do feel like you're suddenly going to manifest this like brand new you, and you're going to know where you're going to need to go. You're going to be divinely guided to that part of you, and you're going to be divinely guided to the actions that you need to take, because I feel like for you guys it's meeting the universe halfway, and know that you are doing the best that you can, and knowing that higher perspective is coming towards you. And also with this higher perspective, even though it's in the future position, I do feel like this is saying to not take things so seriously. Everything is in flux, everything is changing. But just to know that you are supported. We're meant to go through this. It's not going to end in tears. It's hopefully going to be very good. But basically, we're all alive in this transition. It's different if you're kind of born after this transition, because you're kind of like, oh, I know about the Aquarian age, but I don't know about the Capricorn age. But we're actually in a transition. We're literally physically seeing things breaking down and physically seeing things awakening. It's kind of like literally seeing a death process, which isn't the most comfortable, so it's more comfortable not kind of like skipping that and then going into the next part. But if we were obviously meant to be born at this time so we can witness it, and so we can actually look at ourselves and kind of heal ourselves also, because I feel like a lot of the new babies that are going to be coming in the next 10-20 years are going to be like extremely sensitive, and they're not going to be kind of that Capricornian energy anymore. And I feel like for a lot of you guys watching my videos, a lot of you guys probably aren't very Capricornian. Even if you are a Capricorn, I feel like you guys are very sensitive. A lot of people who, are on this community are very sensitive because they feel things that other people possibly can't, So I feel like it's just basically saying that the universe is supporting you and you're meant to be who you are. Never change yourself for anyone, never stop being yourself, things like that. So, okay, we have Beauty and the Beast, Unconditional Love. Oh, I love this so much. 31. Oh, she's really pretty as well. So this is really, really lovely. This is such a light energy. I love her like outfit. I love her little thing on her head, her little arm bracelet. It's so cute. I love that. So this is really, really lovely. And there's these cute little like troll Yoda things at the bottom. Troll or Yoda, I can't decide. But the unconditional love is so important. Like the 31 is number 3, which is creativity and communication, and number 1, which is new beginnings. Sorry guys, I keep scratching my nose. It's spirit. Can you stop scratching my nose, please? Thank you. Makes me itchy when I channel sometimes. So unconditional love, literally you're going to be manifesting unconditional love. So unconditional love is love without conditions. Basically saying, I love you, you love me, and we're going to be in a really lovely relationship where we're not kind of doing things because I want to do it. I'm doing things because I love you and you love me, and there's no conditions. It's not like I did that for you, you have to do that for me, because that's not love. That's conditions. That's literally like control and manipulation. Unconditional love is when somebody is in a connection with you, whether it be friends, family, relationships, and they love you unconditionally. Whether you are, depending on whatever your personality is, whatever form you come in, you are beautiful the way you are. And if somebody can't love you like that, it's not really worth being around them. And I feel like this unconditional love is so lovely. It's just, I love this so much because I feel like this is so needed on the planet right now. There's so much restriction and conformity and just grossness that I'm not a fan of. I'm like more of an Aquarian baby. I'm a Scorpio, but like just generally my energy is more Aquarian. I hate restrictions. It really bothers me. I think it's just the generation that I've been born in. I'm 24 at the time watching this, at the time of filming this video. So I have come into like the 90s baby generation. So I'm kind of like the middle, where it's kind of like I know what the technology has been like as it's grown, but also I've seen the kind of manipulation manifested as well into the control with internet and things like that. So I feel like it's seeing that transition and observing it. And also realising, as I say, you're here for a reason, and everything is coming up under the surface. So you're going to start to realise, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that anymore. Maybe I should be doing this. Maybe I should be talking to that person. You're going to start to realise stuff much more differently. My nose is actually itching so much. Oh my God. So annoying. Sorry, guys. So Perfect card. We have last quarter, transition, letting go, forgiveness and adaptation, which is so perfect. I'm going to pull you guys another one as well because I want to see what's kind of after this. But the fact we have transition and letting go and forgiveness, I mean, come on. We're literally in that process. So I feel like for you guys, if you are having trouble letting go of something, forgive yourself and know that you don't have to rush this process, and you don't even have to let anything go. Like if there's something that you can't let go of right now, you're like, no, I can't do it, I feel unsafe without it, just keep going because you're still learning. You know, if you all the time you're not ready to let go, you're obviously meant to still have that thing, and the universe will make it known to you. The universe will shove it out your way if you're not meant to have it. So that's basically like with relationships. Like if you're around somebody you're not meant to be around, the universe will make it known to you. And if you don't want to let them go, you don't have to do anything. Literally, this is why I feel like some people think you have to do stuff. You have to do things really quickly. It's like, well, if you're not ready to do something, you're not ready. You know, you're obviously still meant to learn something. So I'm going to pull you guys another card. I want to pull you guys like another astrology card, just to see what else is happening after this like last quarter. Let's see. Okay, we have the moon. Emotions, instincts, receptivity and safety. So this is all about you doing things that you really love and being authentic to yourself. And we have lunar eclipse. Oh my god, releasing the past, breakthrough, pushing limitations and healing. That is so funny. We have so much like releasing. I want to get like something a bit more like zodiac signs or something like that. Let's do zodiac signs. Capricorn. For God's sake. Capricorn, of course we have Capricorn. I mean, why wouldn't we? So releasing that Capricorn energy basically, and literally releasing the restrictions on yourself. That's literally what it is. And the Capricorn age is us. It is who we are as well. It's not just the society, it's who we are. And also we have Cancer, which is so accurate with the moon, so synchronistic. So loving yourself more, forgiving yourself, and also doing things that you fully love, not just out of pure having to do them. Obviously we have to earn money in this weird world, weird human society, but I do feel as if it's going to change quite soon. I feel like for those of you who are wanting to manifest a job that you obviously get paid for but you love it, I feel like you're going to be doing that. We also have releasing, gratitude, nurturing, acts of service, doing something to take your mind off of what you're going through. If you're going through something really uncomfortable, distract yourself. That's what I'm feeling, because you need to shake up your energy. And we have complement, duality, dependence, objectivity, interaction. There's something that's going to meet you halfway. That's what I'm feeling. A relationship, a manifestation, like a dream. When I say halfway, basically you have to put in the effort too. So if it's like a dream career, you have to kind of do the interview or put yourself first, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. Beautiful. We've got the Magician, got the Knight of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I really like this. This is really nice. Some of you guys are going to have a really nice neighbour. They might even be your boyfriend. Like they might even be like, end up being your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Okay, the Devil. Capricorn energy. Literally, as we had the Capricorn. Where's the Capricorn here? Literally, as we had the Capricorn energy, this is the Devil. This is what you're releasing. Everything that just ties you down, makes you feel like crap, makes you feel like you're undeserving of it. You're releasing it. It's gone. Bye-bye. See you later, sis. No one likes it. No one likes you, sis. Okay. Okay. So I'm talking to the Devil, by the way. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups and Magician, which is lovely. So this is brand new manifestation. You're going to feel really, really complete and whole with this. So the more you feel whole and complete in yourself, the more you're going to manifest that within somebody else and a manifestation. This feels like a new person. For those of you who are single, really lovely energy. Could be a Pisces, could be a water sign, could be a Aquarius as well, or an earth sign. Maybe be a fire sign, but basically any sign, but could be a water sign mainly, or an earth sign. This is something you might manifest through work. It just feels like the times are going to change for you, that the tide is going to change. So this is going to be in divine timing. It's not like, oh, I have to do this to get this, or I have to do this to get the relationship. Basically what you're going through is, it literally is going to happen so naturally. So all the things that you're going through, all the things that you're having to work through, you're going to basically manifest it. It's going to shift all of a sudden. I feel like it's going to be to do the planetary alignments as well. I do feel like it's going to be a collective thing, like a collective fully release. Like it feels like almost like a kind of orgasmic energy, where it feels like blah, like fully coming out, like literally like coming out and kind of like bringing out all this gorgeous lustful energy. And when I say lustful, I don't mean like fully like sensual. I mean literally like pure deep energy is going to be fully released from you, and you're going to be able to see things like, wow, everything's so much more clearer to me. and I feel so much more safer and more clearer and more cleansed. Right now everything just feels up and down, but it's going to feel much more clearer. It feels like a smooth wave instead of like bashing waves. That's kind of how I would explain it. So we then have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. So also not rushing things. Like if you want something, it will not be rushed. It will just be as it is. It will be natural, it will be beautiful, and it will feel very, 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 very comfortable. If it's comfortable, it's meant for you. That's what I'm hearing. Last card, Saturn. Oh my God, this freaking reading is so synchronistic. I'm pretty sure Saturn rules Capricorn. So Saturn is literally about responsibility. It's the old granddad of the planets. I always say it's the old granddad because he's miserable. He is basically the wise one, but he's also miserable. He's the one that basically tells you kind of got to go through this, girl, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere, or you're basically not going to ascend. You can stay there, but your soul's not going to evolve fully into the next stage. So basically, this is about you, things have been delayed, and they're basically, things are going to start to release, the boundaries are going to release, and you're going to start to kind of meet your man halfway. So those of you who want a man or a woman, you're going to meet them halfway. So you're basically both doing the work, and it's meant to be. And I'm also seeing a rainbow bridge. Could be from Mario Kart, because I love Nintendo. Any chance to like talk about Nintendo or Marvel, I'm like, yes. But no, it could be that. It could be like you're trying not to like fall off. But it feels more to do with the rainbow bridge between, I'm seeing Marvel, like in the Thor film, there's like this bridge that connects the like realm of Asgard, which is where they live, to the earth. Basically, or like for them to like explore. At the end of the rainbow bridge is like a little place where they go to shoot away and like explore different realms. That's basically where you're going. It's like you're connecting yourself to another realm of you, like a newer version of you, and then you're going to start to test it out, and it's going to be like a brand new life for you, essentially. I've seen it for a lot of you guys. You're going to have kids in the next few years as well. If that's something you've wanted, don't be scared. It'll be very planned, I'm feeling. Maybe someone, not for everyone, but just be careful, guys, that this is going to be like divinely timed, these children. Like, they're not going to be, kind of unexpected, or children that you kind of, it's with somebody you weren't really like connected to, not with a fling or anything. This is like a long-term relationship in the grand scheme of things, like a family, like a really lovely family, is what I'm seeing. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that either. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading, all the information is down below along my crystal shop. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you and your time. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste. Bye.